Hi, my name is Mercedes Dalton. I am in my first year of the 2-year RN program here at Mitchell Tech. Please excuse my voice. I'm just recovering from a cold. I did my LPN at Lake Area Tech in Watertown. I just graduated in July and have recently passed my NCLEX. And I start this week as an LPN at Avera Brady, which is where I've worked for the past 2 years as a CNA. I'm excited to continue my education and then eventually I'll work at Avera Brady as an RN. I am a Build Dakota scholarship, so I'll have a time commitment with them. But I do plan on just continuing with them because I do really like um, the culture at Avera Brady. I live in Mitchell with my 2 kids and my 2 dogs. I have a black lab mixed with German Shepherd named Stevie and a mini Aussie named Murphy, both girls. I'm still trying to figure out what my hobbies and interests are lately. I've been through a recent divorce and just kind of rediscovering life and what I like to do since that. My girls and I, we do a lot of swimming together. We have a pool in the backyard. I've worked really hard to get our backyard to be a place that we can just hang out. I often do homework out there while the kids are swimming or playing. Yeah, we're kind of homebodies. We just hang out there a lot. Previously, we would go on lots of camping trips. We like to tent camp, bike rides, hiking, that sort of stuff. But with recent life changes and going to school last year, we just weren't able to do much of that this summer. I do like reading, and when I read, I'm totally immersed in the book. I kind of forget about outside life a little bit while I'm reading the book, but as soon as it's back on the shelf, it's like just completely wiped from my brain. I forget about it. Um, so I don't really have a favorite book. I've actually read books twice, and I'm like completely into it. And then about halfway through, I think, gosh, I think I've read this book before. I've definitely checked out quite a few books from the library twice. And then once I start reading it, I realize, oh, yeah, I've already read this one. My comfort TV show is SVU, Law and Order SVU. Um, Probably House as well. I've seen both of those series multiple times. Um, I haven't watched a ton of TV in the past few years, but I do like showing my kids movies from when I was growing up. They really like Dude, Where's My Car? Mean Girls, She's the Man, White Chicks. We go to the movies every Tuesday, or we try to. School kind of makes that difficult the school year, but so we were very excited to see Freakier Friday when that came out. That was fun. Something unique about me, I would say, is that the house that I'm in right now, I actually bought in 2013 when I was 22 without ever even seeing it. I was living in Louisiana at the time and was planning on moving up here. Um, and this house came out as a foreclosed house, a really good deal. Uh, my parents found it for me, and so yeah, I bought it and signed paperwork while I was in Louisiana. And once I got up here, we were just going to do a little bit of remodeling and I was going to move in, but we ended up gutting the place. It took 5 years, but now I live here and I love it. Um, for me, the phrase social problems means problems that are altering society negatively or affecting society negatively. Systemic racism is a social problem that affects my immediate community. My eyes have definitely been open to a specific racism in our region towards Native Americans that I believe alters their quality of life. I didn't recognize this as a social problem growing up here in South Dakota until I went out of state, specifically when I was 17 and I went to Oklahoma. And the attitude and general view of Native Americans and then the Native American involvement in the community was so different there. The subjective element of a social problem means that some of my own friends and family don't see the negative view. The subjective element of a social problem means that some of my own friends and family don't see the negative view of a whole group of people as being problematic. Um, they wouldn't classify it as a social problem. From this class, I'm hoping to become more socially aware and that will make me a more empathetic nurse. I think that empathy is what sets apart great nurses from good nurses. So I'm looking forward to that challenge and that growth for myself.